Hey guys, welcome back. It's Dave. I'm coming at you with my first video since putting out pace progression model, and I'm really excited about the results so far of the pace progression model. I've showed you some of the results in past few videos. What I'm trying to do is like I always do is I don't like to just totally forget about the other handicapping factors I do. I always try to find the best possible combinations because there always seems like there's ebbs and flows. You do well for a while using one set of factors, and all of a sudden you have a couple bad days, and you look and see instead of just abandoning those factors, if you were to combine them in certain ways and through thorough capping, when looking at different grids, you saw there was different ways to combine the different sets of methods. Well, what I did was here is I've taken the pace progression model, which I still use solely sometimes with the double pace lines, sometimes the triple pace lines, and even the single pace lines. But what I've done was I've added it to some of the matrix system factors that were found in the matrix system in the thorough capping, target rating, ability rating, the target buyer transferred into a rating, and then I finally have what's known as the matrix rating. So there's four analyses in this total model here. We have the analysis solely on the matrix system factors, where in Gulfstream tomorrow, race 1, I come out with the 4825. Then what we do is we have the eyeball analysis of the pace progression without looking at the final rating, just solely looking at the first call, second call, finish, and so forth, and looking for patterns and looking where the color is, and then I have my top 4 ranks there based on that. Then the third analysis is actually just looking at the final ratings, final pace progression ratings, here being 5, 6, 4, and 2. And then what I did was I put together a thorough capping, a TC rating, combining the matrix rating along with the pace progression rating, averaged out, and that would come out to a 5426. So we're going to do a quick stroll through here. This is Gulfstream Park for tomorrow. If you guys want to follow along tomorrow and see how this goes, combining these factors, you can put down the selections as we go along. That was race 1. The only race I did not do was race 2. It was a maiden special weight race with a lot of first-time starters. But I have, from here, I have 3 through 11 finished. And again, the quickness is just, beyond belief because of the using single pace lines in the pace progression model, and even adding it to the matrix factors. If you have those calculations down, the mental math down, it's really a breeze. And I'm still using the PP generator data files. And what I've been doing, show you a neat little function here. You can go up into the menu here for options, and if you want to pull out the target ratings, you just set your fractions for display the leader's fractions. And what it'll do is instead of showing that in particular horse's fractions, it'll show the horse that was on the lead at each call, and then you go to incremental times and you turn them off, and then it just shows your normal. It's a normal past performance now, and that's where I've been getting my matrix factors from, the target rating, ability rating, and so forth. And then I just switch those options back into fractions for the particular horse, and then I make them incremental. And now I can just breeze right through and do the pace progression based off of this horse's fractions. I don't even have to look over here on the call lines here. All right, so back to our grid. Race 3. If you look at the 4 analysis, 5416, 1654, 1645, 1654. And I do have a selections grid connected to this too, where I've been given my A, B, and C based on the consensus from the 4 sector analysis here. And I will be adding the matrix system pace progression combo grids. I will be adding them to the pace progression download page. For those of you who purchased the pace progression, if you're interested in pace progression, there's a link here in the description. You can click on it. It'll take you right to the download page. And it's ready for download. So let's take a look at the fourth. The fourth was a lightly run race with some first-time starters. It was a 5 furlong, 5.5 furlong. So I left out the matrix factors here, and I just did the pace progression. Being that most of the horses only ran once, I had one line to run in, and we see a dominant 1 here. Okay, 1, 6, 4, 5. In fact, all three are in agreement. 1, 6, 4, 5. That was race 4. Race 5, we have a 3, 2, 6, 1 on the matrix side. 2, 5, 6, 3. Pace progression eyeball. 2, 6, 3, 5 for the final ratings, and 2, 6, 3, 1 for the TC rating. And again, for race 5, I have these separated as A, B's, and C's. I have a column for D, but I didn't use D for this card tomorrow. I have the 2 and 6 as my A's, and as you can see where they're coming from. We have the 2, 2, 2, 6, 6, 6 showing up, and then so on. Gulfstream 6, we have the 2, 5, 2, 7, 5, 8, 9, 2, 7, 8, 9, 8, 5, 2, 8, 2, 9, 5. And again, you could just pause this video and kind of get an idea of where I'm getting these analysis from, as I explained in the beginning, where they're coming from. 7th, I have the 8, 2, 5, 1, 2, 8, 5, 7, 2, 5, 8, 4, 2, 5, 8, 4. Okay, so these two are in agreement. The 2, 8, 5 are the popular choices here. The race 8, 10, 8, 11, 1, 10, 11, 8, 12, 10, 11, 8, 12, 10, 11, 8, 12. Again, a little bit of a consensus there with the 10, 11, and the 8. The 9th, 8, 2, 1, 5, 8, 6, 1, 4, 8, 1, 4, 6, 8, 1, 4, 2. Then we have the last two. 10th, as you can see, 9, 8, 3, 6, 8, 9, 5, 3, 8, 1, 5, 3, 8, 9, 3, 1. We have a dominant 8 on this one. And the 11th is interesting. We have the 6 horses coming off a maiden race. This is a, I don't know if the stakes ends after the 10th. No, this is a stakes race too. But the 6 horse has good early. I went off of the mile 3/16 line here. And no, actually I went off of the mile 16th line. And broke his maiden at 70,000. And he's a 30 to 1 morning line. He figures well for me. Not so much on the matrix chart. He does show up. But on the pace progression, shows up across the board. And that was enough to, with the eyeball and with the final rating, come up on top for me. I have a 6'11", 9'3". 6'11" is pretty much consensus on this side. No 6 showing up for me over here. Enough to make it in the top 4. So that's Gulfstream Park for tomorrow, 12/23, Saturday. And we'll see how things go. All right, thanks for tuning in.